and welcome to Digital Insights featuring topics from the boagworld.com blog. My name is Paul Boag and I'm here to share some advice on user experience and digital transformation. Today I want to ask 6 what-if questions that could transform your digital agency. You see, I think as kids we were great at imagining what-if scenarios. What if we had superpowers? What would they be and how would we use them? What if we lived a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? What if the zombie apocalypse struck? How would we survive? These were the kinds of questions I spent my childhood imagining, and I'm sure I wasn't alone. At least I hope I wasn't, otherwise this is kind of embarrassing. Yet as adults, we're so consumed by the practicalities of our busy lives and our businesses that we rarely stop to ask what if. But what if we did? By exploring alternative scenarios for our business, we might stumble across a better way. This is something I've been doing for a while with the people that I mentor. I explore 6 what-if scenarios with other agency owners. What we find is often really surprising. So, what if question number 1? What if you could never sell or never retire? Imagine for a moment that you could never stop running your business. No retirement, no selling up to sit on a beach. You had to keep running that business to the day you die. How does that make you feel? Be honest with yourself. If the idea depresses you, then it might be time for a change. It isn't good for you or for your business if you're not completely engaged and invested in the thing that you're doing every day. How would your life need to change to create a situation where you were happy working until the day you died? More practically, what would you have to change in your business to create the life that you would want to live in those circumstances? For me, this question led to me walking away from the agency I'd been running for 13 years to become a solo consultant. Now, it might be different for you, but the point is you should be asking the question. The second question is, what if you could only have 10 clients? Right, imagine that you could only have 10 clients at a time. Sure, 1 or 2 would swap out every year or so, but what if most of the time you only had 10? Which clients would you keep and why? This question will help you think about the kind of work you should be doing. It focuses you on the clients you enjoy working with, but it also starts to move your thinking away from that treadmill of constant client acquisition. It helps you to move towards something that involves longer-term client relationships. My third what if is what if you could only provide ongoing services, that you could no longer deliver finite projects. As digital agencies, we sell websites, mobile apps and other similar deliverables. That tends to lead to finite, fixed price projects, and this increases the pressure on us to bring in new work, manage scope creep and focus on budgets. But imagine for a moment if all your services were ongoing. How would that change the way you do business? Maybe you would lease websites to clients and manage those websites on behalf of the clients. Maybe clients would pay you a retainer to iterate and improve that mobile app that you produced for them. For me, this led to my mentorship offerings, my blog retainers, and my ongoing training programs. An important what if. But the next one is another good one. What if we no longer tracked or sold our time? This is probably the one that involved the biggest mental shift for me and probably will you too. Think about it for a minute. Why do clients hire us? They hire us to deliver a solution to a business challenge. They don't hire us for our time. That solution that we produce has value to their business, so why don't we charge based on the value instead of based on the time it takes us to deliver it? Now, I'm not saying this is easy. I'm not even saying it's always appropriate. I'm just saying that we need to consider how this might apply to our business from time to time. We should ask the what if question. Next up, what if we stopped writing long, unpaid proposals? What would happen if we did that? If you're anything like me, most agency owners spend a lot of time writing proposals. Think about all that time that would be saved. Now you might be asking about, well, what about the consequences of doing that? Well, why don't you try it and find out? Are the consequences really what you imagined? Are they going to happen in reality? I replaced detailed proposals with something much shorter. It almost always consisted of suggesting an initial discovery phase. My proposals argued that no agency was in a position to spec a project without undertaking some research first, and I suggested that the engagement should begin with a small project to do that research. But I go on to explain this benefits the client too. It's a chance for them to trial the working relationship with me. And if they're unhappy with that working relationship for any reason, they can walk away and take that research to another agency. It reduces the risk for them. What if we stopped telling clients what they want to hear? Now, you might say you already do this, but do you really? What about those initial meetings before you've won the work with the client? Will you tell the client that their deadline or budget is unrealistic? Will you suggest that their brief is wrong and that they should consider a different approach? I found that this was one of the most liberating of things to implement. The freedom to share your advice and opinion unconditionally absolutely transforms the relationship with clients. You become their partner, not their supplier. Now, sure, some clients can't take this, and sure, I did sometimes lose work because of it. But those clients that stayed with me were more profitable and more enjoyable, and they were also more likely to recommend me to others. So there you have it, my what-if questions for your business. The key is to step back every now and again. Take time to consider approaching your business in a new and innovative way, to consider things that you wouldn't normally consider. You may conclude that the way you have always done things is the right approach, but you could surprise yourself too. Right, now all I need to do is finalize my plans for that zombie apocalypse.